my crew, if you wouldn't mind popping up the schedule on the screen. When you saw this for the first time, you thought what, Coach? What'd you think?
Well, look, I thought the beginning part of the season was going to be a tough stretch. Opening up with a division opponent at home, and then having to go on the road to Dallas. We got Kansas City on a Monday night. We come back and play Tampa Bay, then Thursday night versus Denver. I thought that was, that early part of the season was going to be a really tough stretch. And then I looked at, the end of the season. There's a couple of potential cold weather games that we got to be, ready to play in, at New York and at Green Bay late in the season.
Do you like the bye, Week 12?
Well, look, I don't really get a choice in it, so it doesn't really matter whether I like it or not.
No. You get preferences. You're a human being. I mean, you have rights.
Yeah, in a perfect world scenario, you'd love for that to be right around, Week 8. And yet, it really kind of depends on how the season plays out. Sometimes if you're on a roll, you don't really want that bye, or sometimes you have some injuries and you may need the bye a little bit earlier. So, I think much better than having it in week, 15 or 16.
Well, you knew the Sean Payton appearance in the Superdome would be in front of a nationally televised audience. I mean, you couldn't have been surprised about that one, right?
No, I wasn't shocked. I knew it was going to be a primetime game. I just didn't know which primetime game it was going to be, whether it was going to be a Thursday night game or whether it was going to be a Monday or Sunday night game. I knew it was going to be primetime. Guess I'm kind of excited about it being a Thursday night game. That's a lot less hoopla on a shorter week, I guess. And so, we'll kind of get in and go get the game played.
What do you think it's going to be like that night in the Superdome, Coach?
Oh, I think it's going to be a great atmosphere, as it usually is for a Thursday night game. And look, I mean, obviously with Sean, bringing the Denver Broncos in here, his first time back in the Superdome against the Saints. I mean, certainly there's going to be an electric atmosphere and a lot of eyes will be on that game. And
then the last request of you, crystal balling, which again, I know is another thing I'm treading lightly, asking an NFL coach to crystal ball it. The December 29th home date with the Las Vegas Raiders. How's your quarterback going to feel about that one, would you say? And you as well, I might add.
Look, I would imagine he's going to feel good about that. He's going to feel excited about that. My expectation is, that at some point during that time frame, we're trying to get ourselves ready to make a playoff run. And so I think that's got a chance to be a big game in terms of trying to set ourselves up for the best position that we can.
So there's no time for revenge, even for you? None of that?
Well, look, I can't. I'd be lying if I said that those games don't mean just a little bit more. But really what you got to focus on during those times is focus on all the things that you have to do to try to win a game, regardless of who the opponent is. You start worrying too much about who the opponent is, you kind of get out of your wheelhouse a little bit in terms of being able to be successful.
So no special cigar set aside just in case, is what you're saying.
I don't think we need that. I'm not a big cigar smoker anyway.
Okay. Good answer. Look at you, Dennis Allen. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.